So this is an unboxing of the FiTech fuel injection Go EFI-8, 1200 horsepower, and now I bought this in March of 2016. So why am I unboxing it now in January of 2017? Is because this is unit number 2. Like I said, I bought it in March last year. I got it in April. I found there was a defect in it, and so I sent it back, got it a month later, ran it, found all sorts of problems with the throttle body sticking. Finally determined that I had enough, so I sent it back again at the end of October. They had it since November, and I just got it back in the middle of January. So now, while the experience on this FiTech has been absolutely awful, they did send me a brand new one. So let's take a look. So of course, you get, quick start guide, some instructions, some definitions. Okay, you get your cable wire for your handheld. Now you have to route this through your firewall, which can be a little tricky. What I did is I just capped these just to keep them from damaging. You get this is your secondary harness, so this would be for like your nitrous system, because mine has the power adder unit, so it can do nitrous. Your main harness, you get lots of wire so that you can route it all over your engine bay without problems. It actually goes pretty easily. You get like the cable for your handheld, the USB port. You get some, gaskets and whatnot in here. You get your O2 sensor. Some people don't like the length, but I find that it was just fine. Routed to my exhaust header, no problem. You have the bung that you can use these straps to go onto your exhaust. I don't really recommend it. I say just pick up a proper weld-in bung and do it right the first time. No leaks, good to go. You get a little adapter for your coolant sensor in case the port is the large port. You can use that to block off one of the ports on the EFI unit itself for the gas. You get this like window, or the suction cup, and that's to hold your handheld onto to your dash or whatever, to your windshield, whatever. That actually works pretty well. Yeah, back in there. Underneath, of course, you have the proper deal. Oh, there's another little catalog. You got your handheld. It actually works really good. So, up, down, over, left, push button. It's metal, decent size display, it's good colors, works good. Coolant sensor. This thing's a piece of junk. Absolute garbage. So if you go on the internet, you're going to find all kinds of reports of these FiTech units reading cool. Mine read as low as 136 degrees Fahrenheit, even though the engine temperature was showing 170 degrees. Did all kinds of tests, found that this was the problem. I picked up a new one from Napa. Just, I can't remember the part number, I'll put it in the description. All you have to do is go to your parts store, pick up a coolant sensor for a 1998 GMC K1500 with a 5.7 liter, and that will work. But the brand that they use, at least what I found, is garbage. Then of course you have the EFI itself. So, yeah, there. Now when you pull this out, you're going to notice it smells like gasoline. That's normal. It's because they do test them on the bench, and so don't worry about that smell. Your ECU goes right in here. Lots of wires for your harnesses. The problem that I had originally, and the reason why I sent it back, was the secondaries were not opening all the way. So if you open this one, so the secondaries were only going to about there. So it was about 90-95% open. And for me, call me picky if you choose, but if I'm buying a product at full price, I want it to work 100%. So I sent it back. When I got it back, the throttle linkage, something was sticking in it and it wouldn't close all the way, so that's why I sent it back the second time. So this is opening, not perfectly, but I'll call it good enough. This little rod right here connects your primary to your secondary linkage, and you will likely have to do some adjustments just to get these to open at the same time. So as you can see, I'm moving it, and the primary is opening and the secondaries aren't really moving. So you'll have to adjust this. I can Maybe I'll show a video later of how to do that. The holes right here. So you'll notice when you get it, if you get one of these, the spring tension's brutal. So you have your 2 springs here. What I did was I tried to find, because obviously this is going to be your port where you put your ball stud in for your throttle cable. Using the regular hole right here, you'll find that it's brutally bad. It's too stiff. So to use the top one, I did buy all kinds of, a package of different ball studs and ways to mount it. None of them worked. So what I did, you go to JEGS, you find this product right here. Again, I can put the part number in the description. That just mounts in there, and far better. Your leg will much be happier with that part right there. So that's a really good tip. Other than that, I guess you could say, why did I get the 1200 horsepower unit when I only have like 420 horsepower? I did it for expansion, and in my opinion, I don't think that was a way to go. I should have got the 600 horsepower unit personally, but I can go into that a little more detail later. So what I'll do later on during the year is, once it kind of warms up a bit, I will I'll make some videos on how I wired it up, my fuel system that I used, and obviously some driving for it. So anyway, stay tuned on that. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them in the comment section, and thanks for watching.